Mark, what do we know about how much this could now be a boost to the margins and the bottom line, given we've avoided now those 15% tariffs?
I mean, I don't really look at it as a boost. I look at it more as the status quo. So instead of having that potentially margin crushing hit to EPS, which estimates come in at 4%, there's estimates that this would cost, additional taxes on iPhones between $100 and $150 depending on the model, right? They're basically missing out on that, and that's a positive. So I think what you're going to see is that revenues are going to be in line. They're going to come in between 86 and 90 billion for the holiday quarter. You're going to see a smooth Q2 as well. And like Abigail said, there's going to be strong year-over-year comps because of that slowdown in the first half of fiscal 2019. So I think, all things considered, it's a positive and mostly status quo for Apple at this point because of that trade deal.
And Mark, we know that they weren't going to pass on an extra $150 to the consumer. They were likely going to either eat the cost, or I wonder if they were working on pressuring some of their suppliers to avoid the impact on their own financials. What did you get a sense about how Apple was maneuvering around this?
Yeah, I mean, historically, in terms of tariffs, and I know we don't have much history here, but it does apply to the Apple Watch, the HomePod, and the AirPods right now. What we've seen them do is they've raised prices in some of those higher-end models. Some of the more expensive Apple Watches, there's now a more expensive titanium tier, which raises the overall ASP and really gives back some on the margin side for them. Now you have the AirPods Pro, which are almost $100 more expensive. I guess $90 more expensive than the cheaper model that they still sell. So basically expanding the lines, wanting to get improved margins from the supplier side, but actually keeping the prices mostly the same for the consumer. I feel like if they've raised prices on the consumer side, what the customers are paying for, that would be a bigger hit than they're taking from margins being hit from tariffs in the first place anyways. So I think sticking to those prices is important.